We love to talk presidential politics. We're obsessed with it. Look, I talk a lot of presidential politics myself, but what is it you and I discuss all the time on this show? Legal and local. That is how we will take this country back. Locally. Drain the swamp. You can't drain the swamp from the swamp. You have to take back the country locally. Take back your community, take back your town, take back your county. Those are wins we can have, and it's a way we can save the United States of America. Joining me now, Kimberly Hermann, Executive Director of the Southeastern Legal Foundation. Okay, Kim, speaking of legal, local, you're knee-deep in a segregation, critical race theory case right now. What's this all about?
Yeah, so talking about taking your communities back and your schools back, we're representing a brave teacher up in Evanston, Illinois. She filed a complaint with the Department of Education all the way back in 2019 because her school district is segregating teachers and segregating students. When I say segregation, I'm talking these teachers go into a staff meeting, the white teachers are put into one room, the non-white teachers are put into another room, and then they are taught lessons about how to bring race into the classroom. So she filed this complaint. The Department of Education agreed with her, but then Biden took office, and the Biden-Harris Department of Education is now saying segregation's okay. They dismissed basically this case, and they have ignored the letter of finding. So we filed a federal lawsuit on her behalf. And now we're fighting tooth and nail to stop segregation up in Evanston, Illinois.
Separating the white teachers from the non-white teachers. What a country we live in now. Okay, let's talk about this Riley Gaines case you're involved in. Riley Gaines was doing a little speaking tour. What are you doing?
Yeah, so Riley Gaines, as everyone knows, is going around the country raising awareness about Title IX and trying to stop boys from being in girls' locker rooms, trying to stop boys from being in girls' sports. And Turning Point USA wanted to bring her to speak on the campus at University of New Mexico. And they said, you can bring her to speak, but you have to pay us $10,000 first to have security fees while there's a drag queen event going on campus with no security fees. So of course we filed a lawsuit, and the judge there has issued a preliminary injunction. We're very excited about this, saying that the school can't discriminate based on viewpoint, that it can't charge one group $10,000 and another group nothing to bring speakers onto campus. And so we're going to keep on litigating it, but Riley's got to be able to speak on campus. We have to be able to raise awareness to Title IX and gender ideology and this obsession with transing all of our young children across the country.
You take on these universities. How deep does the rot go? Because it's easy if you spend too much time focusing on the headline stories and online videos of some dirty commie professor. It's easy to come to the conclusion we should just essentially raise America's university system to the ground and start over again. But how deep does the rot go, Kim? You're in it.
Yeah, you're not off base here in saying that. The rot goes all the way down to our student governments. Right? We've got kids that are coming up in this K through 12 system. They are being taught to hate one another. They are being taught that America should be a communist and socialist country, right? They are believing in all of this because it's what they're taught every single day. Then they go off to college, they silence the other students. So it's not just the college professors, it's not just the administration. We certainly need alternative options, right? We need to see more of what we're seeing in Florida. We need to see more of what we see at schools like Hillsdale and University of Austin and things like that, where kids can go to college and they can speak their mind. They're not discriminated or punished because they simply don't agree with those on the progressive left who want to take our country in a completely different direction.
Kim, what's going on with Title IX? I feel like that was hot in the news about 6 months, a year ago, and then it's just kind of disappeared. What's going on with it?
Yeah, we've definitely got to keep this at the forefront. And I know that you guys talk about it a lot. But Title IX, it's our law that protects our girls and our women on college campuses. The Biden-Harris administration is trying to change the definition of sex to now mean gender identity. So if your daughter wants to speak out about having to change in a locker room with a boy, she is now going to be the one punished. So we filed a lawsuit on behalf of Young America's Foundation and Moms for Liberty. There are 26 states and many other organizations across this lawsuit suing also. And the judges across this country are saying, whoa, Biden-Harris Department of Education, slow down, stop. You cannot change the definition of sex to mean gender identity. And so we're continuing to fight those. We know we're going to have to take it up to the Supreme Court, but they will not stop on the left until they change that definition. And we will not stop until we win and make it so that they can't do that.
Speaking of Moms for Liberty, I love them, and I love that a bunch of moms got sick and tired of all the crap they saw during COVID, and they rose up and fought back. But is that anger, is that activism, do you see it fading away, or are they just as angry and involved now as they were? Essentially, I want everyone to stay involved, not just get angry because your kid had to wear 2 masks in social studies. Are people still mad?
You know, they're mad, but in how they fight, they're joyful, right? I mean, I myself am a Moms for Liberty member. We have to stand up for our kids. We, as an organization, Moms for Liberty stands over 130,000 parents strong. And, you can see the joy and the happiness and the love that all of these parents have for their kids. We were just recently up in DC at the National Summit, an extremely successful event. President Trump came and spoke, and Tiffany Justice, one of the co-founders, got to interview him on national TV. It was invigorating. And these parents are, again, they're joyful in how they fight because they know that we have to win for our kids, and our kids are watching. Right? Tiffany says that all of the time. They are watching how we fight for them and how we fight for their rights and to protect them. And so I don't see it slowing down. I only see it picking up. And it's a really exciting thing to be part of.
Yeah, it is. Keep going. Kim, appreciate you very much. I would thank you for coming to my YouTube channel, but I know how brilliant it is, and I know you love it here. So subscribe and watch. We're going to start really ramping things up and putting some funny stuff, some interesting stuff out there, some collaborations. Either way, my YouTube channel is officially the place to be. So stick around.